Street, actually. Just, normal conversation. We didn't talk about Star Wars, just about my experiences with acting and what I was doing. I guess she put that on. That was on tape, and George saw that. And then about maybe 2 months later, I went in and I met with George over the Skywalker Ranch. And that was just, it was nothing but cool. It was my first time, and very picturesque and very surrealistic. You know, you've got llamas grazing fields, and then you walk into George's office, and there he is, George Lucas. It was exciting for me. We just sat down, we talked. Not about Star Wars, not about, you know, we didn't even talk about the film industry, really. It was just normal chit-chat. I never really felt like it would come into fruition, that I would ever even test for it. It was just more of a field trip for me, going in and meeting George and getting to see the ranch. And when I found out that I was going to test for it, I still never thought that it would happen. You know, it was just cool. So I went back about 2 months later to do the test screen with Natalie, and I've always respected her work, but it was hard because I didn't have a script that I could get a better idea of who this character was. Mm-hmm. Even though, you know, he's Darth Vader and there's all these other films about him, I wasn't sure where he was in the development, you know, in the progression of Anakin to Darth. So it was hard going into it. I was sort of in the dark. Right. When I sat down with George, I got a better sense of what I was supposed to be doing. When George, I mean, when you see George, he's kind of like a rock star, you know. He has this huge entourage that just follows him around. But when you're alone with him and when he's giving you direction, he makes you feel very at ease. Anyway, so then myself and Robin and Natalie and George went to a separate room just to rehearse it a few times, just ran over the lines, and then we went into where we were going to shoot the test screen, and then we rehearsed it a couple times on camera, and we shot it, and we did reverses and close-ups until George was happy with what we did.
But before he could really get a handle on his part in the Star Wars saga, Hayden needed to go back to the beginning and study. The best way to study Star Wars? Get all the videos out and watch the lot.
I watched them religiously a week beforehand, you know. I wanted to make sure I was as prepared as possible. You know, George has a very specific way of writing in the Star Wars context. You know, it's not a normal speech, a way of speaking. So I just wanted to get a feel for that, for the most part. Just familiarize myself more with some of the Star Wars themes, and to get an idea of, you know, the sensibilities that Jake Lloyd brought to his character and Sebastian Shaw. You know, just to get an idea of what they were bringing to Anakin, some of those things. I was going to take some bow classes just for myself, just to familiarize myself with some of the moves, but I was just told not to do that, actually, and to take fencing instead will give me a better idea.
But fencing alone isn't enough. As every Star Wars fan knows, a true Jedi needs a whole lot of different disciplines to achieve his aim. So Hayden drew on his athletic background to prepare for the role.
I come from an athletic family. My father went to university on a football scholarship. My brother's a runner, or was a runner. He went to the University of Pennsylvania on a running scholarship. And I played competitive tennis and competitive hockey. So my original plan was to go to university on a tennis scholarship, but I got sidetracked with acting. I mean, I've put my academics on hold for right now. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do after we finish filming the next Star Wars. If I'll go back to school, if I'll make another film, if I'll travel, I'm not sure. I mean, this is always what I've wanted to do. This has always been my dream. When I was about 7, my older sister was junior world champion on the trampoline, and they wanted her to do a Pringles commercial, the potato chips, you know. And she did it, and then afterwards they requested that she sought out to get an agent, which she did. And so when she went to go meet with one of these agencies, there was no one home to babysit me, and I was just along for the ride. And they asked me if I wanted to do a few commercials, and I said sure. And that's how I originally got into it, but I didn't get the acting bug until I was in high school. I never really wanted to do television. I always wanted to make films. You know, I've always had a love for film, and the reason why I developed such an interest in acting was because at the time that was the only way I could be involved in films. You know, I couldn't direct, I couldn't produce stuff, I'd act. And I guess that's why I got into it. All my favorite work so far has been on stage. I've done a couple of professional productions, But I did Hamlet. That would probably be my favorite part.
Hamlet may have been his favourite theatre role, but his childhood heroes came from a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Star Wars has always been a part of my life. I grew up on it. So it seems weird in that sense. Before my time, but everyone's seen it and everyone loves it. We were big into Star Wars and all the paraphernalia. My brother had every little figurine and every starship. He's 27. He was just, he was fanatical about Star Wars. We used to, when Shadows of the Empire came out in Nintendo 64, we used to lock each other in my bedroom, relay the controller back and forth until we, became Jedi Knights. Yeah, no, if you play it too much, I remember he used to visit me in my dreams. It just had such an impact. It was so different from everything else that I'd seen. And it affected so many other people that I knew. So many of my friends are just fanatical about Star Wars. When Episode 1 came out, my entire high school vacated just to go to the first showing of it. We all just rushed to the theaters to go see the noon showing of Star Wars. We bought tickets for the theatrical trailers of it. I loved it. It was such a cool film. I was always curious what Darth was going to look like under the mask.
And now we know. But is Hayden itching to go over to the dark side and try on that mask?
Aside from the fact that it's Star Wars and it has this cultural following, it's this huge, event, I'm thrilled to be working on it. As an actor, it's going to be very challenging. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm excited. I've never worked on a film, of course, of this scale. So that's exciting too. Of course I'm nervous. I don't think something would be wrong if I wasn't nervous. I think. But I've got 2 films to make that transition, and George is going to pretty much outline it. So that it's I think it'll be a challenging task, but it'll be a fun collaboration between myself and George. There's so many aspects that I'm so thrilled to be involved with. I've never been outside of North America, so this will be my first chance to see some of that parts of the world, which is, going to be pretty cool to do it on the Lucas tour bus. I don't know, it's cool. To have little kids playing with little figurines of my character, or the character that I'm going to portray. It'll be really weird, because Star Wars is it's everywhere. Right? You see Jake's face everywhere. So, I don't know if I'll ever get used to that. I don't know what it's going to be like. I'll take it as it comes.
So, is Hayden going to spill the beans and tell us what we can look forward to in Episode 2?
I'm as much in the dark as everybody else. I don't know anything. It's really weird, because usually you don't sign on to a film before you've read the script.
Right.
But this is definitely the one exception. I'm still very surreal. I'm beside myself. It's like I'm sitting next to myself. And I'm like, you understanding this? No, you understanding? I don't know. It's incredible. I never would have thought this would happen. But I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm overwhelmed. I'm experiencing so many different emotions right now that it's a lot to deal with. But I'm thrilled with the challenge. So I'm going to try to bring some of the sensibilities that Jake brought to the role, and Sebastian brought to it. But for the most part, I'm gonna create my own Anakin. Yeah. So be prepared.
as he has wandered for love. For he thinks he is the one that she dreams of. But her bed was made elsewhere from the first day she got there. Now he wanders 13 valleys crying out. Now he wanders 13 valleys crying out. It could have been me. I said it could have been me. A broken heart needs someone new to blame it on. A broken heart needs someone new to blame it on. Well, she gave so much that only love remains. But her lover is long gone. With the money she sent home. Now she wanders 13 valleys crying out. Now she wanders 13 valleys crying out. I said it could have been me. A broken heart needs someone new to blame it on. A broken heart needs someone new to blame it on.
Okay, here we've got some prototype figures from 2003, 2004. They're from the Blue Saga line. So this one's Anakin Skywalker, and he's in the secret ceremony costume. So he's got the robotic arm there. So these prototype figures are just mock-ups, so just to see how they'd look when they were moulded. So the head's just in pink flesh, as you can see, with the hair and the rather ratty looking Jedi Padawan hairpiece there. And then he's got the body's just in brown with no highlights or details or anything. It's just to see how it would look when it was moulded, see if there's any mistakes. Okay, so this is from about 2003, 2004. It even says, let's see, it says Hasbro China on that foot, and then it says 2002 Lucasfilm Limited on this foot. So the feet have articulation, no articulation in the knees, swivels at the hip, a swivel at the waist, swivel or ball jointed arm there, and a cut in the elbow which swivels. And then on the other arm you've got a ball joint again, and a swivel at the elbow which just twists. It's kind of loose as well. And then you've got the robotic hand there, and you've got the head which is in a flesh with the hair in flesh colour as well. So this is Anakin Skywalker. This one comes with this huge robe as well, Jedi cape, so that goes on like that. Let's see. And there you are, Anakin Skywalker from Saga Blue Cards, 2002-2003, prototype figure. Comes with no accessories, this one. It would have come with a lightsaber, I guess. I've got this figure carded somewhere. So there you are, Anakin Skywalker, Secret Ceremony. Here it will stand, probably not. We'll put it down. Okay, this one's Count Dooku, or Darth Tyrannus. Head again in just flesh, and then the body's in a sort of dark brown colour. Okay, so he's got 3 little marks on his forehead, little blemishes. But you can see it's Count Dooku. On articulation in this figure is a lot less. He's got a swivel shoulder, swivel at the elbow. His hands spread like that, so you can hold the hologram of Count Darth Sidious. He's got an arm that can just more or less salute like a National Socialist, and his wrist turns there. And I think you'd have force lightning coming out of that, so I think that figure came with force lightning. And it's got swivel at the waist, legs swivel at the hips, no knee or ankle articulation. So this is a Saga Blue card figure, coincided with Attack of the Clones, and is from Attack of the Clones as well. So that's your Count Dooku. Okay, so got these pretty cheap, very cheap actually, but they're not in the best of condition, but these are the first sort of prototype figures I've got of modern figures anyhow. Okay, this one's Mace Windu. Out of the 3, this one's the hardest to identify, so I mean I'll check books and stuff like that. Okay, so you've got Mace Windu's arms and the head are moulded in this light grey, and you can see there's a lighter plastic for the ball joint there, and it comes with probably the most articulated, or let's see, no swivel waist there, knees bend, again you've got the white joints there, no ankle articulation, both knees, hips as well, And what else? No waist, as I said. Swivel ball joints in the shoulder. Ball joint in the elbow, but it's quite stiff, this joint, so it doesn't move too well. As you can see, swivel head, swivel in the other shoulder, and that's all there is on that arm. No joint there. So I will work out which one this mace is. Okay, yeah. It might have come with a robe as well. So that's mace. He probably, out of the three prototypes, he probably looks the best because he's cast in the most outrageous colours, the grey, rather than the other two which have their heads cast in flesh colour. So there you are, 3 Saga figures. Let's check the date on this figure. Okay, it hasn't got anything on the feet, this one. Nothing on the back of the legs either. So there you are, Mace Windu. I'm sure he's the same series as those figures. Okay, so there's Mace Windu. And you've got Anakin again, with his robotic hand. Saga blue card. Secret Ceremony. So this figure goes with the Padme in the Secret Ceremony. Makes a good diorama when they get married. Okay, and then last but not least, Count Dooku or Darth Tyrannus, with the hand stretched like that so he can hold the mini hologram of Emperor Palpatine. Let's see if we can get a good close look at their faces. There you are, cast in pink. I think Anakin's tone is slightly darker, more pinkish, whereas Tyrannus's or Dooku's is a lot lighter. You can see the detail in the hair. Okay, and here we have one last look at Mace. There you are. Time to say goodbye. Bye!